like that, like, but no tears coming.
Just 2 days before his passing, rumors spread that YNW Sack Chaser supposedly confronted Melly's crew in a heated moment. Fast forward a few years, and the driver who was with them that night, YNW Bortland, ended up taking a plea deal after everything unfolded. In this breakdown, we're diving into the tangled web of loss, loyalty, and shocking betrayals that shook the entire movement. Let's talk about YNW Melly's closest associate, the one many called the brains behind it all, Anthony Williams, known to fans as YNW Sack Chaser. Born in 1997, he was the oldest among the core members, and from the start, this man treated the game like a business. He wasn't just rapping for fame, he was a co-founder and one of the main forces that helped build the YNW name from the ground up. Behind the music, Sack Chaser was handling promotions, moves, and everything that made the crew look official. Every major rap group has that one person keeping the machine running, and that was him. But things didn't stay smooth for long. According to court files, Sack Chaser's way of managing wasn't always peaceful. Prosecutors claim he had a controlling style and even demanded a share from Melly's in earnings through intense text exchanges. Those messages, later shown during the trial, revealed growing tension between the two friends. One message from August 2018, just 2 months before tragedy struck.
So this resting angle and this seat, you have the projectile coming in, exiting through the top of the skull.
Showed Sack Chaser's frustration boiling over, hinting that things inside the YNW circle were about to explode. Sack Chaser once dropped a serious message to Melly, saying, "Before anyone disrespects me or my family, things will get real for everyone involved." That's not the kind of message you send to a close friend unless real tension is building. And trust me, it was. Things took an even darker turn just 2 days before tragedy struck. Allegedly, Sack Chaser and Melly got into a heated fight that ended with Melly's gold tooth getting damaged, according to court testimony from Juvie's father. Now picture that. 2 days before this man loses his life, he's clashing with someone who'd soon face accusations connected to the very event. On October 26, 2018, the story hit its breaking point. After leaving a Fort Lauderdale studio late that night, Sack Chaser and Juvie were later discovered at Memorial Regional Hospital in Miramar, Florida, both suffering from serious injuries. They had been driven there around 4:35 a.m. by YNW Bortland, according to reports. Early claims said it was a drive-by incident, a random attack that caught them off guard. Melly even took to Instagram the next day, sharing emotional posts saying, "They took my brothers from me over jealousy." Fans flooded the comments with heartbreaking confusion as the news spread everywhere. But investigators soon uncovered evidence that completely flipped the original story on his head.
Population less than 1,000.
Yeah.
How the hell did you make it out from there to, buzzing rap superstar?
I went to school, just being in school, people just know me,
Forensic specialist Christopher Williams, known for working on dozens of high-profile cases, testified that the shots didn't come from outside the vehicle at all. That tragic night in October 2018 changed everything. Juvie was found with several serious injuries. According to reports, he may have been resting in the backseat of that Jeep Compass when the shots were fired. Prosecutors claimed the evidence told a story that was impossible to ignore. The forensic expert's analysis revealed bullet paths and markings that raised major questions, details that the defense struggled to explain away. Juvie's father, Christopher Thomas Sr., quickly became a powerful voice pushing for answers. In 2021, he filed a wrongful death lawsuit, claiming the incident was linked to money tensions over a proposed $5 million global deal connected to YNW's merchandise and branding, where Juvie was reportedly set to earn around $100,000. That deal, according to him, became a source of jealousy and division within the crew. Adding to the pain, he also claimed that Melly didn't attend the funerals, despite being invited, something he says still feels like a deep sign of betrayal. The emotional weight of it all has never faded for the families involved. Even years later, Juvie's music continues to touch people across the world. His track Tissue has racked up millions of streams on Spotify and YouTube, with fans replaying his lyrics that hit harder than ever now.
What the f I look like taking the deal that hurt my What the f I look like giving a f about how y'all feel? I'm a young fly, be back to raising hell, prevail.
Wipe your tears, we gon' make it. That line hits like a punch to the heart, knowing he never got to see those dreams come true. Justice still hasn't come, and the name that keeps heating up the internet right now is YNW Bortling. Real name, Cortland Malik Henry. His story has shocked everyone. This man went from facing what could have been a lifetime behind bars to walking out of court looking relieved, and people online haven't stopped talking since. Born on January 24th, 1999 in Gifford, Florida, Bortling came up in the same neighborhood that shaped the rest of the YNW crew. His music roots ran deep. He looked up to Southern rap legends like Future, Lil Wayne, Boosie, Gucci, and Young Scooter. While Melly was the face of the movement, Bortling played a major role behind the scenes, holding things together and dropping his own tracks like Came From and Been Through, which pulled in over 2.9 million YouTube views even while he was under house arrest. But this is where Bortling's story takes a jaw-dropping twist. On that October night in 2018, he was behind the wheel of the Jeep Compass. After the incident, he rushed the vehicle to the hospital, claiming his friends had been caught in a drive-by. Investigators, however, had a different theory. They alleged he helped stage the scene, driving around for nearly 45 minutes before seeking help. According to the prosecution's claims, this delay gave time for evidence to be manipulated, including additional shots being fired from outside the car to make it look like an outside attack. It's a theory that has divided fans, the streets, and the internet for years. That freestyle didn't exactly age well. It went sour fast.
I think we had just came off tour. Yeah, I'm surprised, man. I don't have no explanation, you know what I'm saying?
On September 9th, 2025, just a single day before his trial was supposed to kick off, YNW Bortling made a major move. He accepted a plea deal, pleading no contest to charges of accessory after the fact and conspiracy to influence a witness. It was a shocking turn that sent shockwaves through the hip-hop world. The deal laid out 10 years in prison, with credit for time already served, followed by 6 years of probation. The reaction online? Instant chaos. Some people said it was a smart move. Why gamble with life in prison when you can secure your release someday? Others weren't as kind, calling it betrayal. Social media lit up with debates, memes, and endless takes. Bortling's attorney, Fred Haddad, wasted no time defending his client's reputation. He firmly stated, "I don't represent informants. Cortland Henry is not one, and he will not be cooperating or testifying in Melly's trial." Still, part of the plea required Bortling to participate in what's known as a proffer, meaning he had to give truthful statements to prosecutors about what he knew regarding the case. That one detail had fans going wild with speculation. As of December 2025, Bortling is being held at the South Florida Reception Center in Miami-Dade County, with a projected release date around January 2032. The saga might be far from over, but one thing's for sure: his story keeps people talking non-stop. Now, let's move to the one YNW member who saw trouble coming from miles away. The one who might have saved himself by stepping back just in time. YNW Jay Green. Real name, Jalen Armand Green. Born January 25th, 1999 in Eustis, Florida. He wasn't just another name in the mix. He was there from day one. That freestyle didn't really hold up. It aged bad and fast. On September 9th, 2025, just 24 hours before his trial was set to begin, YNW Bortling made a game-changing decision. He took a plea deal, entering a no-contest plea to charges of being an accessory after the fact and conspiracy to influence a witness. The news hit the internet like a thunderbolt, shocking fans everywhere and stirring massive debate across social media. Bortling attorney Fred Haddad quickly jumped in to clear things up, saying loud and clear, "I don't represent informants. Cortland Henry is not one, and he won't be testifying in Melly's trial." But even with that statement out there, the fine print of the plea deal stirred more questions. Part of the agreement required Borland to complete a proffer, meaning he had to give truthful statements to prosecutors about what really went down. That one word, proffer, had fans spinning with theories about loyalty, survival, and what might come next. As of December 2025, Borland is locked in at the South Florida Reception Center in Miami-Dade County, with a projected release date around January 2032. His name still trends whenever new court updates drop, and the drama just won't die down. Now, let's talk about the YNW member who saw the storm coming early, the one who stepped back before everything crashed. YNW Jay Green, real name Jalen Armand Green, born January 25, 1999 in Eustis, Florida. He wasn't just another name in the mix, he was there from day one. That freestyle didn't exactly age well. It fell apart fast. On September 9th, 2025, just a single day before his trial was set to begin, YNW Borland made a move that no one saw coming. He accepted a plea deal, entering a no-contest plea to charges of being an accessory after the fact and conspiracy to influence a witness. The moment news hit the internet, it was like an explosion. Fans were stunned, and social media turned into a full-blown battlefield of opinions. The agreement came with a heavy price: 10 years behind bars, with credit for time already served, followed by 6 years of probation once he's released. Instantly, the internet went crazy. Some fans claimed it was a smart business move. Why risk everything when you can secure a way out? Others weren't buying it, calling it disloyal, and saying he switched sides when things got tough. Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, Reddit, you name it, the comment sections lit up across every platform. Borland's attorney, Fred Haddad, wasted no time defending his client's name. He made it clear, "I don't represent informants. Cortland Henry isn't one, and he won't be testifying against Melly." But even with that statement out there, the fine print of the plea deal stirred more questions. Part of the agreement required Borland to complete a proffer, meaning he had to share truthful information about what he knew regarding the case. That one word, proffer, had fans buzzing with theories about loyalty, survival, and what might come next. As of December 2025, Borland has remained in custody at the South Florida Reception Center in Miami-Dade County, with a projected release date around January 2032. His name still sparks headlines every time a new update drops, keeping his story alive and the public guessing what's next. The track was a heartfelt message, a direct musical plea for his brother's release. It brought much-needed attention to both siblings during one of the darkest times their family had ever faced. But here's what's crucial to know about B-Slime's connection to the entire situation. There is absolutely no evidence or charges linking him to any illegal activity whatsoever. At the time of the tragedy, B-Slime was only 11 years old and was in Gifford, Florida, far from the scene and completely uninvolved. His connection to the case is strictly through family ties and emotion, nothing more. Still, that hasn't stopped prosecutors from reportedly attempting to bring his music into the courtroom narrative. Now think about that. A young artist creating songs out of love and support for his brother might have those same tracks referenced in a courtroom during a high-profile case. That's wild. Throughout Melly's ongoing legal battles, B-Slime has never backed down from showing support. He shared updates about the case on social media, going live during major trial moments, and continued pushing the Free Melly message with his mom, Janie, standing strong beside him. They've become two of the loudest voices keeping Melly's name alive and his side of the story heard. His song Love Part 3, Your Love, pays tribute to the brothers' Treasure Coast roots, proudly representing the 772 area code. As of now, B-Slime's estimated net worth sits somewhere between $100,000 and $200,000, earned from streaming numbers, live shows, and YouTube revenue. But at just 18 years old, B-Slime faces a challenge few could imagine, trying to build his own identity while constantly being linked to his brother's ongoing case.
Every headline, every interview, every online discussion about YNW Melly seems to circle back to B-Slime. He's had to mature quickly, balancing fame, family pain, and the rough edges of the music industry, all while growing up in the public eye. It's a lot for anyone, let alone a teenager trying to make his mark in music. As Melly's retrial keeps getting delayed, now pushed to 2027, B-Slime continues to stand strong for the family name. That slime green chain he rocks in his videos isn't just jewelry. It's a symbol of loyalty, resilience, and unity. No matter what happens inside that courtroom, one thing's clear. For B-Slime, family comes first. But to really understand what's going on here, we've got to zoom out and look at the bigger picture, because the YNW situation doesn't exist on its own. It's part of a larger pattern we've seen unfold in hip-hop over the past few years. One major parallel, the YSL case involving Young Thug in Atlanta. Both the YN and YSL situations revolve around rap collectives that prosecutors claim were more than just music crews, suggesting deeper criminal activity. In both cases, lyrics and artistic expression have been brought into the courtroom as potential evidence, something critics say unfairly targets black artists and their storytelling. Prosecutors claim that YSL, Young Stoner Life Records, wasn't just a music label, but a front for what they described as Young Slime Life, allegedly linked to a larger street organization in Atlanta. The case became one of Georgia's longest-running trials, stretching over a full year and drawing nationwide attention. It finally came to an end in October 2024, when Young Thug entered a plea deal connected to gang participation charges, resulting in time served and probation. The news rocked both the music and legal worlds. Now, you might be wondering, what ties this case to YNW Melly? The answer lies with one man, Detective Danny Polo. He appeared as a gang expert in Melly's 2023 trial, delivering testimony about the artist's alleged affiliations and rivalries within the Atlanta music scene. He even presented footage from 2018, taken at Atlantic Record Studio in Atlanta, where members of YNW Circle reportedly got into a heated altercation with associates of another well-known rapper's crew. This incident, which happened roughly 2 months before the tragic night in Miramar, was highlighted by prosecutors as a key moment that may have intensified tensions leading up to everything that followed. During his testimony, Detective Polo analyzed hundreds of photos from Melly's phone, pointing out various gestures and coded language that experts interpreted as symbols tied to street identity. He also revealed text exchanges between Melly and several major artists, including Young Thug, French Montana, and Jules Santana, showing how interconnected the hip-hop world can be behind the scenes. But the biggest controversy of all? The ongoing lyrics as evidence debate. In Melly's case, prosecutors attempted to use over 50 of his songs, along with 18 audio files and 14 music videos as evidence of possible gang involvement or intent. Critics argued that using art to prove guilt crosses a dangerous line, turning creative expression into courtroom ammunition. Melly's breakout track, Murder on My Mind, became the centerpiece of controversy. The song's storytelling, where he vividly describes a violent encounter, was used by prosecutors as Exhibit A, claiming it reflected real-life intent rather than pure artistic expression. Critics, however, argued that this interpretation completely ignored the creative nature of hip-hop storytelling. In Young Thug's trial, the judge made a bold ruling, allowing 17 sets of lyrics to be presented as evidence, claiming they showed state of mind rather than violating free speech protections. Defense attorneys pushed back hard, calling it a biased attack on rap as a genre. The outrage that followed sparked the Protect Black Art movement, which turned into a massive petition gathering over 280,000 signatures, demanding fair treatment for artists. Since then, real progress has been made. California passed a law restricting the use of lyrics as evidence unless directly relevant to a case, and New York quickly followed with similar protections. But in Florida, where YNW Melly's trial continues, no such safeguards exist. That means prosecutors still have the option to use creative content as courtroom evidence, a move many believe blurs the line between art and confession. The links between these major cases run deep, from shared defense strategies to overlap in music circles and even similar gang-related accusations being used to increase sentencing severity. Whether you believe these artists are being unfairly targeted by a justice system that misunderstands hip-hop culture, or that they're facing the consequences of their own choices, one thing's undeniable. The results of these trials will shape how the legal system treats rappers for decades to come. Born in Pompano Beach, Florida, Kodak Black's story mirrors many of the same things we see with the YNW crew. Humble beginnings, real-life struggles, brushes with the law, and undeniable talent that couldn't be contained. He rose from the Golden Acres public housing projects to becoming one of the most streamed and talked about artists in hip-hop today. But that climb was anything but easy. What connects Kodak to the YNW saga is his unshakable public support for YNW Melly. Even as legal trouble surrounded both men, Kodak stood by Melly and made sure everyone knew it. In 2021, the two Florida rappers teamed up on the track Thugged Out, which sampled Trick Daddy's classic I'm a Thug. On the record, Kodak raps, "Free Melly, I'm in the same old boat," a line that instantly resonated across Florida and beyond. The track captured the pure energy of Florida's rap brotherhood. Two artists standing tall, despite their battles with the system. Melly recorded his verses while incarcerated, and the music video, directed by Drew Filmetti, blended luxury yacht visuals with street-inspired storytelling, creating a sharp contrast between success and struggle. Interestingly, both Melly and Kodak later voiced their disappointment with the final mix, proving their relationship was real, raw, and unfiltered. Two creatives who weren't afraid to keep it honest. Kodak's own legal issues added another layer of similarity to Melly's situation. In 2019, he faced federal firearm-related charges and received a 46-month sentence, though he didn't serve the full term thanks to a pardon granted in January 2021. That pardon, which mentioned Kodak's work promoting literacy and self-improvement while behind bars, set off a national conversation about redemption, who deserves second chances, and how society decides who gets them. Back in 2019, Kodak Black posted a photo from jail showing YNW Melly alongside his cousin Lil Soto with a caption that read, "Free Q, Law, Lil Soto in that thing," with Melvin. That post went viral and showed just how close the Florida rap scene really is. These artists have grown up in the same environments, faced similar struggles, and often found themselves navigating the same system that tests them time and time again. During Melly's 2023 trial, Detective Polo took the stand once again, this time focusing on the broader landscape of Florida's rap scene and its alleged ties to street groups. His analysis connected multiple Broward County areas, including Pompano Beach, Kodak's hometown, and the same regions where the YNW crew once operated. While Kodak was never implicated in any wrongdoing, Polo's testimony underscored how deeply connected Florida's rap circles can be, with overlapping friendships, rivalries, and shared environments shaping their stories.
What's truly wild, though, is Kodak's transformation in the public eye. In July 2025, officials in Pompano Beach honored him by presenting him with the key to the city, recognizing his community work and generosity. He's donated air conditioning units to families struggling in the Florida heat, provided hundreds of holiday meals, and even covered rent for families on the verge of losing their homes. Just weeks later, North Miami followed suit, giving him their own city key for his continued outreach efforts. That's a serious turnaround, as Melly's retrial, now scheduled for 2027, continues to hang in the balance. Kodak's support hasn't wavered one bit. He's appeared on Melly's 2021 track Just a Matter of Slime alongside Lil Baby, Future, and Lil Durk, a lineup that proves Melly's industry respect remains strong, even from behind bars. Whether you see these bonds as pure loyalty or calculated moves in a cutthroat business, one thing stands out. Florida rappers truly ride for each other when the pressure hits. Jamel Maurice Demons, known worldwide as YNW Melly, was born on May 1st, 1999 in Gifford, Florida. He was raised by his mother, Jamie Demons King, who had him at just 14 years old. Growing up without knowing his biological father and struggling through poverty, Melly's early life wasn't easy, but those same challenges fueled the raw emotion and storytelling that would later define his music. His run-ins with the law began early. In October 2015, at just 16, he was arrested after an incident near Vero Beach High School, which led to serious charges and roughly a year in juvenile detention. But that's where everything changed. Behind those walls, Melly found his purpose. He began writing and recording music, uploading his early songs to SoundCloud, where his unique voice and melodic delivery quickly started to gain attention. His breakout moment came with the haunting hit, Murder on My Mind, recorded in 2017 while he was still incarcerated. The song, which describes deep regret after a violent act, took the internet by storm, peaking at number 14 on the Billboard Hot 100 and eventually going multi-platinum. What made it stand out wasn't just the storytelling, it was how personal and emotional it felt, almost like a confession through art. But just 2 years later, reality hit hard. On February 13, 2019, Melly turned himself in to authorities in Miramar, Florida, after learning there were active warrants for his arrest. He was charged with 2 counts of first-degree homicide and has remained in custody ever since, over 2,400 days behind bars as of late 2025, still waiting for a final verdict. Prosecutors claim that forensic evidence shows the shots came from inside the vehicle, not from outside as originally reported. They also pointed to what they describe as possible digital messages and other clues suggesting involvement. The defense, however, continues to argue that Melly's lyrics are artistic storytelling, not real-life admissions. Investigators claim that one Instagram message appeared to show Melly replying, "I did that," when asked about the incident, although the authenticity of this exchange has been heavily debated. Another video clip from November 2018 allegedly captures Melly saying, "There's no regrets for what happened." Both of them know, but whether that footage can even be used in court remains up for legal argument, with the defense pushing to have it excluded. Melly's first trial, which wrapped in July 2023, ended in a mistrial after the jury was deadlocked 9-3, reportedly leaning toward a lesser charge rather than the most severe one. Since then, the retrial has faced repeated delays due to disputes over what evidence can be shown, now rescheduled for January 2027. That means by the time he gets another chance to defend himself, Melly will have spent over 8 years behind bars without a final verdict. Adding to the legal chaos, Melly has faced additional allegations of witness tampering, with prosecutors claiming he tried to reach out to individuals involved in the case through other inmates. His legal team has strongly denied these claims, arguing that the state is stretching the evidence and painting him unfairly. In November 2024, Melly filed a lawsuit against the Broward Sheriff's Office, accusing them of mistreatment while in custody. His attorney said he's been kept isolated, denied visits, and left in worsening conditions that have taken a toll on his health. They've argued that he's being treated more harshly than inmates facing confirmed death sentences. Under Florida's 9 unanimous jury law, if convicted, Melly could face life in prison or even capital punishment, depending on the jury's vote. Yet, despite the controversy and years of waiting, Melly's music hasn't faded from the spotlight. His global hit, "Murder on My Mind," has passed 1 billion streams, and his supporters keep the Free Melly movement alive across every major platform: Instagram, TikTok, and formerly Twitter. And that wraps up this breakdown. Melly's story remains one of the most complex and polarizing in hip-hop history, an ongoing mix of fame, faith, and uncertainty that still has everyone watching what happens next.